Arnold always dreamed of having a big family, with a house full of children's laughter and the joyful chaos that only little ones can bring. At 35, he felt it was the perfect time to fulfill this dream. He worked as an engineer at a construction company, had a stable career and loved his job. Tall, with broad shoulders and gentle green eyes, Arnold had an easy smile and a big heart. Selina, his wife of 7 years, was an elegant and reserved woman. At 32, she worked as a freelance graphic designer, which allowed her to set her own schedule. Selina had always been an enigma to Arnold. While she was affectionate and caring, she maintained a certain emotional distance that he never completely understood. The couple lived in a cozy apartment in a quiet neighborhood on the outskirts of the city center. The walls were decorated with photos of their travels and happy moments together. The living room had a large bookshelf full of books. The kitchen was Arnold's domain, as he loved cooking for Selina on weekends. Despite all the apparent harmony, there was a cloud hanging over their relationship. Arnold longed to have children, but Selina always said she wasn't ready yet. Every time the subject came up, she became visibly uncomfortable and quickly changed the topic. Arnold respected her decision, but couldn't help feeling a pang of sadness every time he saw families with children at the park near their home. One day, he was walking back to the office after his lunch break. The streets were bustling, with people taking advantage of the good weather to shop or simply stroll around. The aroma of fresh coffee and freshly baked bread filled the air, coming from the various coffee shops and bakeries in the area. While walking absent-mindedly, observing the shop windows, something caught his attention on the ground. It was a seemingly expensive brown leather wallet. Arnold picked it up, looking around to see if he could identify who might have dropped it. Seeing no one nearby who seemed to be searching for something, he decided to open the wallet to try to identify the owner. What he saw inside the wallet made his heart stop for a moment. There was a photo of Selina, his wife, but it was not a Selina he recognized. In the photo, she wore bolder makeup than she normally did and clothes he had never seen before. What shocked him the most, however, was that she was embracing a man Arnold didn't know in the photo. Feeling his legs weak, Arnold sat down on a nearby bench. 1,000 thoughts raced through his mind in a matter of seconds. Could this be the reason Selina didn't want children? Did she have a parallel life? Arnold felt as if the ground had opened up beneath his feet. With trembling hands, he examined the rest of the wallet's contents. There were some credit cards, cash, and an access card for a commercial building in the city centre. Arnold looked at the address on the card and recognized the location. It was an office building not far from where he was. Without a second thought, Arnold got up and started walking towards the address. His mind was in turmoil, alternating between anger, sadness, and confusion. He didn't know what he would do when he got there, but he felt he needed to confront this situation head-on. Upon arriving at the building, Arnold stood on the sidewalk in front, watching people come and go. His heart raced when he spotted a man he recognized from the photos in the wallet. The man was walking towards a woman who had her back to Arnold. It was Selina, his wife. Without thinking, Arnold began to approach. When he was just a few meters away, he called out, "Selina! Selina!" But the woman did not turn around. Intrigued and determined, he moved even closer. It was then that the woman turned, and Arnold was taken aback. She wasn't Selina. She did resemble her incredibly, yes, but looking more closely he could notice subtle differences. The eyes had a slightly different shade, the nose was a bit thinner, the lips a little fuller. The woman and the man, noticing Arnold's approach, appeared visibly intrigued and slightly apprehensive. Arnold, realizing the misunderstanding, quickly apologized. "I'm sorry if I startled you," he said, still a bit dazed. I found this wallet on the street and came to return it." He held out the wallet to the man, who took it with a look of relief and gratitude. "Thank you very much," said the man. "I hadn't even noticed I lost it. I'm Matthew, by the way." "Arnold," he replied, still staring at the woman. "Sorry for staring, but you look incredibly like my wife. It's almost uncanny." The woman smiled, a bit embarrassed. "Don't worry. My name is Stephanie. It's quite a coincidence, isn't it?" Arnold took his cell phone out of his pocket and showed a picture of Selina. Stephanie was amazed at the resemblance. Matthew also seemed impressed. "It's incredible," said Stephanie, looking from the photo to Arnold. "Your wife? Was she adopted?" Arnold frowned, surprised by the question. "Yes, she was. She was adopted when she was just a baby. Never knew her biological family." "Why?" Stephanie brought her hand to her mouth, her eyes filling with tears. I had a twin sister," she began, her voice trembling with emotion. "Our mother was very young when she had us. She gave us up for adoption on the condition that we were adopted together." Arnold listened, astonished, as Stephanie continued her story. She recounted the 2 months she spent in an orphanage until her maternal grandmother discovered the twins and went to get them. But due to some administrative error, Stephanie's sister had already been adopted by a family who didn't know about the existence of the twin. "It was different times," Stephanie explained, wiping away tears. "All the records were on paper, piles and piles of documents that were easily misplaced. They never revealed to my grandmother the information about the family that had adopted my sister. I never imagined that fate could unite us in such an unexpected way." Arnold was in shock. The coincidence seemed too great to be true, but at the same time it made perfect sense. It explained the incredible resemblance between Stephanie and Selina, and perhaps even the emotional distance he always felt in his wife. I don't even know where to start," said Arnold, still trying to process everything. "But I know this could be a unique opportunity. I want to help my wife meet the sister she never knew she had. If you're willing, we can arrange a meeting so you can finally reunite." Stephanie nodded, her eyes shining with excitement. "I understand if she doesn't want to meet me, but I've always dreamed of finding my sister. If she's willing, I would love to meet her." Arnold exchanged contacts with Stephanie and Matthew, promising to get in touch once he had spoken with Selina. On the way back home, his mind was racing. How would he tell Selina this? How would she react? At the end of the day, when he got home, he found Selina sitting on the sofa reading a book. She looked up and smiled at him, but her smile faded when she saw the serious expression on her husband's face. "Arnold, is everything okay?" she asked, concerned. Arnold sat down beside her, taking her hands in his. "Selina, my love, I have something very important to tell you. Something incredible happened today." He told Selina the whole story, from finding the wallet to meeting Stephanie. Selina listened in silence, her eyes widening more and more as Arnold spoke. When he finished, Selina was silent for a long moment. Arnold could see a mixture of emotions passing across her face. Shock, confusion, fear, hope. "A twin sister," she finally spoke, her voice almost a whisper. "I always felt like there was something missing in my life, as if a part of me was lost somewhere. Could it be that?" Arnold embraced Selina, feeling her tremble in his arms. "I don't know, my love. But if you want, we can find out together." In the days that followed, Arnold and Selina had long conversations. Selina oscillated between the excitement of meeting her biological family and the fear of the unknown. Arnold supported her at every moment, assuring her that he would be by her side regardless of her decision. Finally, Selina decided that she wanted to meet Stephanie. The meeting was arranged at a quiet cafe in the city centre. Arnold accompanied Selina, holding her hand firmly as they entered the establishment. Stephanie was already there, sitting at a table in the corner. When the two women saw each other for the first time seemed to stand still. It was like looking in a mirror, but a mirror that showed not just the physical reflection, but also all the possibilities of a different life. Tears ran down both their faces as they embraced, years of separation and longing for someone they didn't even remember dissolving in that moment. Arnold watched the scene, feeling his own eyes fill with tears. In the following months, Selina not only met Stephanie, but also her entire biological family. Her grandmother, already elderly, cried upon seeing the granddaughter she thought she'd lost forever. Selina discovered that she had cousins, uncles, and a rich family history she never knew existed. As Selina reconnected with her roots, Arnold noticed a change in her. It was as if a shadow had been lifted, revealing a lighter, more open, and more complete Selina. One night, after a dinner with Stephanie and her family, Selina and Arnold were lying in bed talking about the day. "Arnold," Selina said softly, turning to look into her husband's eyes. I think I'm ready." Arnold looked at her, confused. "Ready for what, love?" Selina smiled, her eyes shining. "To be a mother, for us to start our family." Arnold felt his heart race. "Are you sure? I mean, that's wonderful, but what changed?" Selina sighed, snuggling closer to Arnold. "I never told you, but one of the reasons I hesitated to have children was the fear of the unknown. Since I didn't know my biological family, I was afraid I might be carrying some genetic disease that I wasn't aware of. I was scared of passing that on to a baby." Arnold hugged her tighter, finally understanding what had been behind Selina's hesitation all these years. "Besides," she continued, "I didn't know why I had been given up for adoption. I feared that my biological family might have some dark history, something I didn't want to pass on. But now you know your story," Arnold completed. Selina nodded. "Exactly. Now I know where I come from. I know my family's medical history. I know I was given up for adoption by a young and immature mother, not out of rejection. And more than that, Arnold, I feel complete. For the first time in my life, I truly feel ready to set down roots, to pass on the love I've received." Arnold kissed Selina's forehead, feeling a wave of love and gratitude wash over him. "I love you so much, Selina. And I can't wait for us to start this new adventure together." Selina smiled, her eyes shining with happiness. "I love you too, Arnold. Thank you for never giving up on me, for giving me the time I needed. And thank you for finding that wallet. You didn't just give me a sister and a family. You gave me the chance to find myself." That night, embraced in the darkness of their room, Arnold and Selina dreamed of the future. A future full of possibilities, of love, and of a family that would be bigger and richer than either of them ever imagined. Life often leads us down unexpected paths, but it is on the journey that we find the answers we didn't even know we were looking for. What seemed to be a moment of doubt and uncertainty for Arnold and Selina became the key to healing, reconnection, and a new beginning. This story teaches us that as frightening as it may be to face the unknown, the truth always sets us free. Sometimes what we lack is not something to be conquered, but something to be discovered, within us, in our origins, or in the bonds that were waiting to be found. If you enjoyed the story, please leave a comment with a rating from 1 to 5 to show how much you liked it. Also, watch the video that is now appearing on your screen. See you soon.